So I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous as a random seed generates in front of me, because who knows what's going to happen, but let's give it our best shot. Let's not stress ourselves. That's something you do in speed runs. Today, we're speed walking, and indeed, actually, a lot of people ask me, Toycat, how do I get into speedrunning Minecraft? Oh, Lord, you don't spawn in a spruce biome, but that's fine. We're just going for a little bit of a hike around here, walking on some trees as you do when walking around the world. So I think this video should be useful for anyone who wants to get into beating Minecraft fast, but realizes that if you want to beat Minecraft fast, you've got to start at a medium pace, and that's where we're going today. I hope. I really do. I don't know how this is going to go. So our very first movements, walking movements by the way, as you can see, I've actually disabled my sprint key, so I'm not even tempted. Even if I press the left control button, it's still not going to take me anywhere, and that's just useful to know that even if I want to sprint, even if it will save my life, I will not be able to. Very handy little function, by the way. But in case you look at speedruns and you're confused by every aspect, I figured we could explain that, starting with so what are we doing right now? We just spawned in, and we spent a minute and a half. That's like a full, 1/60th of the run, plus an extra half a minute, spent not doing anything. And the answer is we're looking explicitly for a village. We want to find some sign of a village, and usually the best biomes are the plains and the tigers. There is a plains village in a taiga for whatever reason, so we can tell that's the edge of a plains biome right there. And finding villages is really handy for a few key reasons. This is a particularly cool village too. It's floating above a bunch of trees and hills, and it's a fun way for a village to be, in my opinion. But the reason that you always want to go to a village first, the reason most good speedruns will start here, is because not only can you get free access to food, nice enough thing by itself, not only can you get free access to wood, a very nice thing that definitely rhymes with food, but also you can have pretty easy access to a bell, some iron, there we go, some iron, and even if you're lucky like I am right here, a blacksmith chest on top of all of that. Honestly, the food and the wood alone does it, but being also able to access a blacksmith chest is a really nice little bonus. I guess we're just jumping off, taking the damage, are we? So yeah, as you can see, right here, easy access to whatever's in this chest, which in our case is an iron pickaxe, iron sword, and some bread. This seems like an unlikely thing, but again, a healthy number of seeds have something like this, and even if they don't, you know how you can get, say, an iron pickaxe or an iron sword, and way more importantly than either of those things, some iron ingots. You just need to find the iron golem. Because seriously, no matter how fast you think you can mine iron in this game, you cannot mine iron faster than you can get iron by killing an iron golem. That's because, at the very bare minimum, this isn't going to go well with me, is it? Okay, no, it's not. He's going to jump off the side there. Oh no, it's all fine. But no matter how fast you can mine iron, it takes 8 seconds per ore to smelt it, 4 if you somehow have a blast furnace, but we just got 5 iron ingots right there by basically doing nothing. It was very easy. Very great in my opinion. I mean, we just got enough iron to craft a bucket with, and the villagers still the gift that keeps on giving with some leather boots to go along my armor set. Look at that. I'm at 5 minutes into the game. I've got myself 3 beds. I'm going to take a couple more. Oh, there's one over here, I hope. Yep. So we're going to take a bed just over here. It's going to be wonderful. And we're going to get out of here. And it means that within just 5.5 minutes, we have an iron pickaxe, an iron sword. We've got some food. We've got some iron. We've got some armor, plus a saddle and a horse armor if we really ever need that. That's in addition to all the other nice little things you can find. We actually could tame a horse today. We're not going to, though, because again, I think a horse runs generally in Minecraft, but we're walking today. By the way, the reason you always get these hay bales in villages is because hay bales can convert to 9 wheat each, and if you obviously 9 wheat equals free bread for every hay bale you break is a really good deal, and they also double up handily enough, in my opinion, as a way to reduce full damage if you don't trust water buckets. Speaking of water buckets, always make sure you take some water before you leave a village. Villages are also great sources of water, and you want to make sure you turn some of that wheat into some bread so that you've got a consistent source of food that should last you for your run. Any form of food is good. It's about what you enjoy when you're speed walking, but bread, one of the easiest forms to come by in Minecraft. And then you want to make sure you have a water bucket that's filled. A hay bale or 2 will usually go the right way, and those 3 things alone, just bread, a water bucket, and a hay bale, and some more block would be nice too. Those things will allow you to get to the Nether. So getting to the Nether can be done a few different ways. The way most Minecraft players do it on their first night is they craft a portal out of obsidian, but that requires a diamond pickaxe, that requires mining diamonds. We don't have time for any of that, even on a speed walk. So instead what we do is we use our water bucket and we use some lava to create a portal from thin air. If you don't know, combining water and lava together makes obsidian. So if you can shape it just right, you can take a lava pit and turn it almost instantly into a portal off, to the Nether, I guess. So there are 4 ways we can try and come across enough lava. One is to try and find a lava lake in the same way you find water lakes in your overworld. For whatever reason, Minecraft generates with lava lakes. That might be one over there. Nope, that's a water lake. So that's a water lake. Sometimes you find those, but with lava on the inside. Easy source of a lot of lava. Second way is to dig into a cave, try and find some over there. This is a bit more of a risky strategy because those are generally lower down. The third strategy, as wild as this sounds, is to find the stronghold because every stronghold contains inside of it a bunch of lava. But the fourth way, which is new to 1.16, is you can try and find a ruined portal. For real, this... As I said that, I found a ruined portal. You know, I don't think anyone's gonna believe that. But that's fine. You know, we're speed walking. Oh no, is this record we're doing faked? You can believe that if you want, because I still don't even know if we're gonna beat the game in less than an hour. But having a Nether portal at 10 minutes in to walking really helps. Also, we're gonna take a quick night break. I mean, it's important to rest yourself every now and then. If you're scared of night, taking a few seconds to go to sleep. Oh, 6 obsidian. Jeez. The game has just given it to me. And a flint and steel. So I'm going to pretend I didn't get this flint and steel today, but getting a flint and steel inside of a ruined portal chest is a really nice way to go about things. Also, getting a nice golden axe can be really great. But basically, yeah, when you find a ruined portal like this, it often comes with a bunch of lava. I guess we weren't so lucky to find one today, but the chest has me sorted. And yeah, basically we have to then make a portal from all of this. This sometimes requires removing some crying obsidian. In this case, I can't strongly recommend it, but sure, you can do this. And yeah, usually what you'd have to do is you'd have to do some lava plus water magic that we do every time in stream. But instead today, we just do that. I mean, we dealt the hand we're given. So just in case you don't have any water on you, actually we don't have any lava at all. We have 0 lava. So we're gonna pretend that we do have some lava and say, okay, if you have some lava, what you do is you light your wood on fire. So just like this, place it behind your portal, light the wood on fire, which you can do using lava. Just put the lava bucket on top of the wood, and something you'll notice is the fire will spread from that wood to the Nether portal. It's a weird Minecraft quirk. It just happens when it happens. You don't really have any control over it. But we're also gonna, at the same time, take any other key resources around here. Think the loot inside the chest. I mean, the flint and steel is a nice piece, but also there's gold found all around here. There's some stone bricks if you want them. If we want to mine for some stone, for instance, which, you know, let's say that we do for the sake of argument, because we might need those later. Also, netherrack, that seems useful. We're going to mine all these blocks while we wait for the fire to spread from the wood to the portal. This can take a while, and this is why, if you're speed walking and you want to just get this over and done with, it can be worthwhile just finding some flint nearby, because gravel is found all across your Minecraft world, and waiting for that. But yeah, if it doesn't work, just set the next part of your wood on fire and wait for that fire to spread from here to your portal. It will eventually happen. You know, I'm going to use my gold axe and chop down some wood because we need a bunch of blocks for bridging across the Nether. It can sometimes take some serious time to get things done. And just in case you are like me, incredibly unlucky, what I recommend you doing is just going on the other side and lighting this on fire as well. Again, usually you would use a lava bucket. You know, this is a weird run, but this is just it's an honest run, you know? Every Minecraft seed is different. Knowing the different strategies you have is going to be important. And one of the strategies at your disposal is totally just the ability... You know, maybe it's missing some blocks at the bottom. No, this is a functional Nether portal. The fire is just not working there. Ah, there we go. It happened. So there, where we go. We can go to the Nether, despite the fact that we never lit the portal directly because we lit the wood around it instead. However, just getting a flint and steel might be a handy call. Might be a good bet, honestly, all things considered. So this is the worst biome of the Nether to spawn in, but I guess we're gonna make do. I recommend sprinting in the Nether, actually. Walking might sound like a lot of fun, but magma cubes are the worst mob, and I just hope they don't pay attention to me, all things considered. So there are 2 things you're usually looking for in the Nether. One is a source of ender pearls, one is a source of blaze rods. Ender pearls can be found in 3 ways. One is to trade in your overworld, one is to barter with piglins, although that's been seriously nerfed in the current Minecraft versions for both Java and Bedrock, or you can kill endermen. So I usually recommend, even if you find a source of enderman pearls first, that you don't do this, especially if it's near your portal. We can always come back here later, and although that hurts to say, of all these endermen walking around, we could kill them right now. Again, we're speed walking. We need to find this Nether fortress before we have a chance of beating Minecraft, because if we don't find one, we have to reset. Although you can probably take from the fact that this is no video, that at some point we're going to find a Nether fortress in today's video. It just might take us a while. We're at 14 minutes now, but the bulk of the run is genuinely going to be spent looking around this vast, open, empty Nether, just praying a fortress pops out of nowhere. It's the most RNG-based part of Minecraft. Sometimes you just won't find a fortress for 1,000 blocks. Sometimes it will take you an hour to find that 1,000 block away fortress. And, you know, it sucks that you just have to deal with it, but, yeah, it's the luck part of Minecraft. It's especially bad in Bedrock, where fortresses are double as rare for whatever reason. But, you know, make it work. Make it work. Also, while you're here, you could get some good food. If you don't like bread, if you feel like, you know what, bread's fine, but if I'm going to be beating the dragon, I need a better diet than just bread, then you might argue that you should get some cooked pork chops, as you easily can do right here. I think we've just done a full circle and ended up back in our basalt deltas biome right here, so we're going to turn right this way, I guess. Oh, okay. Nether fortress now. So Nether fortresses are the only way to find blaze rods. Blazes only spawn in Nether fortresses, both here, just like in the fortress itself. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. But yeah, once you're in one of these Nether fortresses, you need to ASAP find some blazes. Again, 2 essential things to defeat Minecraft without using glitches are blaze rods and ender pearls. How do you get ender pearls? The 3 ways I mentioned earlier. But if you want to get blaze rods, you're going to need to find blazes, and you can get lucky, and they'll spawn everywhere in this place, or you can try and find a blaze spawner. There are actually spawners for these guys right here. You know, let's just go for it. Let's just... Oh, yeah, this is not good at all. See, I recommend killing wither skeletons, not because they give you anything you need, but just because they get in the way otherwise, and the withering effect can seriously hurt you. It ignores your armor. It goes straight through that, and it's like poison, except it will actually kill you. It's a worse form of poison that just random skeletons in the Nether give you. Frustrating, sure, but essential to deal with, also sure. So I recommend, when there's multiple mobs in the Nether, letting the blazes stand between you and those mobs. Please don't let me die. I died. So even when you die, it's fine because I placed the bed. I just then destroyed the bed. We can make this work. We can make this work. We have a Nether fortress. Dying at 18 minutes is not bad enough. See, if this was a speed run, that'd be an instant fail. This is a speed walk. It's gonna be okay, I say. There are some people who would say, oh yeah, well you're just getting back to your bed, so it's entirely fine for you to run, Toy Cat. There's nothing you're stressing about. And no, I will not break my principles of this run. If we have to lose our target and not complete the challenge, that's more important to me than breaking the principles of not running. We're going to enjoy the view. We're going to get some berries along the way. You know what? Berries are a great food if you ignore nutritional value. Some people would say you're 21 minutes into this and you have 8 berries and a piece of sand. And I would say you're absolutely right. I'm terrified. I have no idea if this is going to work. But that's the beauty, isn't it? That's the real beauty. There's just a random floating tree over there. How did that happen? Oh! I'm alive by the skin of my teeth because that fire avoided me. But that's fine. But if there's anything I've learned from dying in the Nether during this run, if there's a teachable moment, I'd say it's that you don't want to get hurt by mobs in the Nether. When they try to damage you, you should say no. Oh no, is some of our stuff gone forever? It probably is. Well, I mean, we've got the bed still. That counts for something. We've got the armor still. We've got everything we need, probably. I'm going to equip a gold chest plate, even though we have an iron one, because I want to be immune from piglins later on in this run. And also, I'm going to throw away... Oh, never mind. Blazes. I'm going to use my strategy from earlier of not letting the blazes hurt me, which I'm not doing a very good job at, now that I look at it. So yeah, we need to stay inside of this Nether fortress for as long as it's going to take us to get not just 1 blaze rod, but ideally something more like 7. 7 is a very happy number to go with. That means you can make up to 14 IF enders, which is way more than you'll need in an average Minecraft run. But again, if you want to play it safe, make sure you actually complete your first Minecraft speed walk, or slow run, as it's starting to look more like. Also, you can handily pick up some bows while you're in here. That might be useful for doing some long-range combat, or for taking down towers later if you don't want to try out the bed strategy in the end. Again, lots of key variations on this that you can kind of choose as you're going along. But the key thing that you cannot live without, the thing that is absolutely essential to defeating the game because of its very necessary nature is getting these blaze rods. Although wither skeletons sometimes will protect them with their lives. So when you see there's a blaze and he's directly ahead of you and he's about to fire lava at you, it's usually a good idea to get cover. Also, you can use a shield, but you need to generally deflect that damage because blazes really hurt, fun fact. And there's a few ways you can do this, but generally the best one is not to just pretend that he's not there. This is a terrible idea, and it's not going to lead to our death. Please don't. As is always the Minecraft way, just as I get my 6th blaze rod, I'm here in a blaze spawner, waiting for literally just one blaze to spawn. That's all I need. One more, and then we're out there. Hey, there we go. And now we've got 7 blaze rods. We never have to come back to this Nether fortress again if we don't want to. And usually you're not going to want to. So the Nether fortress is now complete. But now you're going to need ender pearls, and again, we're going to pivot to the simplest strategy, the one that works for the most versions most of the time. It's not the fastest strategy if you're playing older versions of Minecraft, but in the modern day versions of Minecraft, there is a biome that spawns in endermans. Endermen have a 50-50 chance of dropping an ender pearl, so we have to kill somewhere between 12 and 24 endermen. Also, you can just find them randomly in these biomes right here. So we'll do that too. However, Endermen are one of the scariest mobs in the game. They have this amount of health and they'll deal this amount of damage. It's scary. So even though they're not aggressive to you until you start attacking them, when you do start attacking them, problems start to arise. How do you fix those problems, man? You actually cannot outrun an Enderman while you're not sprinting, which is scary to think about now that I say it out loud. Okay, both of the Endermen I was fighting just teleported away, which is the least scary thing they can do, but also the least useful because I was really, really hoping I could get some ender pearls. I mean, we've got 29 minutes left. We really could have used some of those. The good thing is, though, we passed by a warp forest along the way. The warp forest is not just a cool-looking biome, it's also the fastest way to get ender pearls in Minecraft because it's the only biome in Minecraft where endermen spawn naturally, all the time, everywhere. Here is one enderman, for instance.
Hello there.
And, oh, I guess he's the only one in... Oh, there is 2 endermen. 2 endermen in a whole biome. They're everywhere. There's a limitless supply, it seems. Ah, here we go. We've got an enderman fight on our hands. So as you can see, if you just try and fight them normally, you're going to take a lot of hits, you're going to take a lot of casualties, and you genuinely might die. And as we know, in the Nether, you don't want to die. So how do we avoid this? And there's a couple of strategies, but the simplest one, the one I use most of the time, is just to dig a 2-wide hole in the wall like this, and because endermen are 3 blocks tall, they cannot get in there. They try as hard as they can, as you can see, but they just cannot fit. They are just too tall, and that is sad for the endermen. I mean, really is quite a tragedy. So, yeah, you can kill them one by one this way, and killing 24 endermen, even at 1 every 30 seconds, will take you a maximum of 12 minutes, but if you really want to speed things up on your little walk you're going for, what I recommend doing is attracting as many endermen as you can. So in this case, that's only 2. And then we do the exact same strategy. We make a little hole in the wall where they can't attack us. And now, as you can see, both endermen will be trying to attack us at the same time, and we can attack them at the same time, effectively killing 2 endermen in that same 30-second or so period that it takes. Very handy to get double the ender pearls. Boom. So now we've got 3 of the ender pearls we need. We're going to want at least 12. 12 is a happy number. 11 is assuming a lot of chances go your way, but, you know, in a high-risk situation you can. And 13 or 14 is how you know for sure, no matter what happens on the way to your portal, you're going to get in. Again, you can really go based on your own situation. We've got 27 minutes to spare, so I'm a go for 12, I think. And while we wait for them to spawn, we're going to get ourselves some pork chops as well. As you can see, like in the overworld, if you set an animal on fire and then you kill it, when it dies, it'll drop some lovely cooked pork chops, which has been a lifesaver on more than one occasion for me. So I feel like it's worth mentioning, just on the off chance you don't know about it. So this time we're trying the same thing, but we've not just got 1 enderman, we've not just got 2 endermen, we've not just got 3 endermen, but I think we've got somewhere between 4 and 5. No! Wrong corner, wrong corner. This one, no! Okay, you know what? You don't win them all. It's funny because I said that I take regular breaks to rest and eat, and if you think about it, I'm taking regular breaks, I'm getting some rest in, and I'm refueling my hunger and my health. And in Minecraft, the best way to do that is dying. I mean, if you think about it, dying is a genuine part of the run. There is no rule on the speedrun handbook that says you cannot die in a run. It's just generally considered not a good idea. I think we're gonna need a miracle if we want to beat the game in less than this time, honestly. We're back at the floating tree, and that means we can go back to the Nether. Probably a good reminder that we should just place a bed down here, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to die.
Are you sure about that?
Said everyone minutes before dying. So if there is a useful thing to learn from my death, it is always have your hole in the wall ready, be able to walk straight to it, or even just be inside of it when you look at your Enderman. And the other thing to note is that dying is expensive. Not only in terms of like, it sucks, no one wants to do it, but also it literally takes minutes of your time, and so you don't want to do it. Avoiding dying is good form. Even if it takes a second to avoid death, it's better than dying and then losing 5 minutes or so. Optimistically. This is not going so terribly, actually. We might just get our target after all. I'm feeling like we might actually pull this off. However, if you are just speed running the game for the first time, you just want to get a time out there. It doesn't matter how fast you do it. It doesn't matter that we'll spend a few minutes hiding in fear, eating some bread, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Which is terrible advice. Just say sorry, you know? Just apologize. It's not hard to do. Oh. See, the Enderman apologized for all that craziness, and he died to even show me. He committed seppuku, and that was very nice of him. So now I have a tricky decision to make. I've got 11 ender pearls, which is theoretically enough to do it, and we've got enough time to just about squeeze in under the hour mark, but we need to leave ASAP. So I'm going to head vaguely towards my portal, looking for any enderman I can on the way out, because a 12th pearl would make me feel so much safer right about now. Okay, you'll have to do, friend. You'll have to do. Go. Give me your pearl. You know you want to. Aha! He did in fact give me the pearl. We might get a 13th right here, if we're really lucky. Not a huge bother to me if we do or don't, though. We don't. Okay, it's fine. 12 ender pearls. Usually good enough to do it. 48 minutes on the clock makes me think this is getting into danger territory, but it's fine. We're speed walking. We're going to make sure we have time for a nap on the way out of the portal. And also, a last thing you should do before leaving the Nether is making sure you have some form of obsidian. Again, beds without obsidian are worthless. Also, if you're going to be using a bow and arrow, having more arrows is generally pretty useful. So training with some piglins is a good idea if you haven't already. But in my case, I have obsidian, I have beds. I've got all the things I'm going to need to take down the dragon. A normal speedrunner might look at this and say, you know what, there's no point sleeping just to skip the rain. But let me tell you, it is worth every second of knowing that that rain cannot come back. And now the most important thing we've got to do, besides throw away garbage items, is we've got to craft blaze powder so we can make some IF enders, and then we see where these things take us. Left? Not even like diagonally left or that way left, like really, really that direction. If you're playing the Bedrock version, it's really easy to find strongholds. You don't need that many IF enders because you just follow the line until it intersects with a village, and when it intersects with a village, you can throw another IF ender just to confirm that it's the right one, and if it's not, you walk to the next one. Or run, if you're speed running. You know, most people who are getting into speed running probably shouldn't be walking, but you can take whatever form of transport you like in the direction you need to until you find a village, because strongholds try to generate below villages wherever possible. I actually do not know. Are we going to beat the game? We've got 9 minutes, and our stronghold could be 50 blocks away. It could be 5,000 blocks away. The first ring of strongholds is roughly 1,000 blocks away from spawn, and I'm pretty sure we're close to that. And that's why when we see the signs of a village, we know, you know, we've got decent chances of this being the right one. If you only had 11 IF enders, I might even say just dig down from it, you know, like give it a whirl. But today we're speed walking. We don't want to take big risks that could ruin the run. Instead, we make sure that we're certain, oh, and there's a blacksmith here. Even if it's not the right village. You know, I'm glad we came across you, village. I'm glad you exist. I mean, we're at 51 minutes. We shouldn't be looking for more obsidian. Never mind, you don't training with piglins is hard. You should just go to these places instead. It's been decided. The way you check if it's the right place is you go past the village a little bit, and then you throw your IF ender, and you see if it goes backwards. What's the only place that's between those two things and also as a village? It's this one village over here. Also, it's very annoying to get your IF ender trapped on a tree, but here we are anyway, I guess. So generally speaking, the portal tries to generate below the well from a village, so we're going to dig straight down from here. More food is usually a good idea, but you know, we just don't have time for it right now. We've got 7 minutes and 50 seconds, 49 seconds, to defeat Minecraft. I should probably be focusing on that more than anything else at this point. Okay. Stronghold. 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 I don't see this stronghold. Yeah, you just kind of dig down and hope that at any point you see anything that resembles like a stone brick, a mossy stone brick, a cracked stone brick. If you don't see any of those things... Oh, there we go. Aha! Boom. We are now in the stronghold. So how do we get from here to the end portal? It's usually a lot easier if you generate into this first room right here. Oh, there we go. This room right here is the start of the stronghold. You walk from this thing 5 rooms until you find the end portal. So we're going to start going forwards and then left. Like, it could be just around any corner, but we don't really get to take those risks right now. So instead we assume that maybe we took the wrong turn at this staircase, and we start counting again from there. So I walk down that hallway, right? Which means we'll try the other staircase. Honestly, I am mildly lost. We're going to go back into the staircase we came from. We're going to see... Okay, second library. No one of these. Probably should not be focusing on it right now, but going to anyway. So there's nothing to stress about right now. I mean, sure, you might look at the timer and say, Tugget, you got 4 minutes for the dragon to be dead. But I instead say, nah, we've got plenty of time. And I've never been more lost inside of a stronghold, if I'm being honest. Oh, there's also this little hallway up here. So this would be room 2. This would be room 3. I can't believe I missed the most basic thing. There was an end portal room at the end. I was checking all these other things like, isn't it meant to be 5 rooms? It is 5 rooms. I just went down entirely the wrong branch. So now we have no time to deal with any of this. Instead, what we do is we place our air fenders immediately in the portal. We have 3 minutes. Time is running out. We just don't have a chance. We don't have an opportunity to think about any of this. Instead, what we do is we grab all of our beds. Actually, wait. I need to throw a projectile at the dragon first. So we get our bow out. Then we're going to get our beds out in a little bit. As well as our obsidian, of course. Man, being able to sprint right now would be so handy. Because you can't actually... the dragon's going to fly away because we didn't attack her soon enough. Oh, I hate my life so much. So the way beds work in the end is they can explode, dealing a bit of damage to the dragon, but in reality, the amount of damage they deal to the dragon just isn't so great. Oh, also, here's a pro tip. Shooting an arrow through the dragon's head, this sounds like craziness, but it actually will give you critical damage on the dragon, which is super useful. So now what we do, we attack the dragon down to about 1/5 of her health remaining. Then we go over to here. We dig a nice little hole in the ground, right over here and right over there. We place obsidian on both sides of it. This means we can actually place a bed where we want to. And then what we can do is place a bed there. And then there you can see we got ourselves half the dragon's health, killed in 1 little health bar. The second bed did no damage, which is a little bit terrifying, but as long as the dragon comes down to play, again, pretty soon, we can do this quickly. There's a technique involving a lava bucket that is much more effective, but we can't do it today because we made a mistake. As long as the dragon comes to play again. That's not my issue, though, I don't think. I think it's going to become my issue. Okay, we got 30 seconds left, and the dragon regenerated all of her health. If you'd brought a lava bucket, you could have done this in under an hour. And that's pretty cool, actually. Okay, here we go. We're going to try this one a little bit more. We're going to deal a bunch of damage to the dragon. Going to wait till she's way lower on her health bar, because we only have 2 beds remaining. Oh no, it all fell apart in the end. Okay, I'm back here and I brought the extra beds that I'm gonna desperately need. I also am gonna replace my water that is usually handy for the overworld with some lava. Lava bucket and the dragon is an essential combination. So yeah, extra beds to replace the ones I have, a lava bucket, some extra food, and also the boots that I forgot earlier, just in case you were yelling at the screen that I needed those. So let's show you what you're meant to do in the dragon fight if you want to take it down as fast as possible. And funnily enough, you know, this is why rushing is a bad thing. I rushed in there the first time thinking that was the most important thing, and then I died. It was terrible. But you know what? It's fine. I can use this as a learning opportunity. Even dying to the dragon will still get you an okay enough time. You don't have to end it just because you're dead. It's easier to sometimes, but it's not always required. So yeah, we can also use this as an opportunity to show how you don't need to take down the towers. All of them besides one are still up. I was going to go to the backup strategy, but no, instead, we wait for the dragon to come to the perch. It can take 10 minutes. It can take 10 seconds. The dragon is very confusing. She has very erratic behaviors, but you just kind of wait and make sure you don't look at any enderman while you wait, and then you should be good. So while we wait for the dragon to come down, allow me to explain this obsidian from earlier. The obsidian is there so that I can place a bed down on the side of it. Obviously, you don't want to place the bed here, but jumping and placing the bed can be kind of tricky. It's even more tricky when there's end acid in the way. Okay, so the dragon's come into roost. What I do is I attack the dragon till she's got about 1/5 of her health remaining. This means, you know, that's about the max we can do. And then what we do is we're gonna sneak up in front of the dragon, just like so. And we're gonna place a big tower, just like this, and pour lava on the dragon's head. This causes her to sink down and also slows down any attack she's gonna be able to make to get away from her. So we're gonna place the lava just over here for now, although we're gonna replace this. Get the obsidian out because we're gonna do the beds on this side of the thing now. Then we want to very quickly remove this. We want to place a bed here and here so we can place oh, we can't because the dragon, no! We did it too slowly. And so we messed up again and our lava's gone. You know, it's hard to do this in quick succession, okay? Honestly, this is one of those things that doing it at the pace you need to explain it can be kind of hard. So it might be worth practicing this by itself a fair few times. But basically, you just want to place down beds and explode them, then place down another bed, then explode that, over and over and over again against the dragon. It sounds tricky to do, and honestly, it kind of is tricky to do in a lot of cases, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Because look at the amount of damage it does when you can successfully pull off an explosion. But without lava, that means nothing. I hate that the entire run is contingent on me making mistakes, but I kind of love it at the same time. It's the worst, you know, you don't see most speedrunners, you see the perfect final product, and even if you look at my very best runs, you'll see the perfect final product, but I am so far away from perfect. I'm not even in the same league as perfect during my best runs, but seeing this mess up and seeing how we're still only an hour and 12 minutes, still genuinely can destroy the dragon, I think that's beautiful, and I think that's worth keeping in mind. Okay, we can finally do this. Take down about 1/5 of the dragon's health. Just make sure she doesn't fly away. No! No. Again, that's why you want to do 1/5 of the dragon's health. After 1/4 of the health is done to her, she will just fly away. Move on to the next thing, which is a big problem for me, because I'm not the next thing. So how's the weather in your part of the world? Oh, the dragon's coming to the center. No more small talk. Just get 1/5 of the dragon's health done. A little bit before the end. A little bit before the end. So you want to attack the dragon for slightly less than 1/5 of her health bar, or slightly less than 1/4. So something like that should be all good. Any more hits, she's going to fly away. Then you want to place down your beds, and you want to explode them just like so. And if you're lucky, they'll deal the damage. There's got to be a key timing in between them. If you explode them too quickly, she won't have recovered from the previous one. She'll have immunity from it still. But just like so, we do 2 of those in a row, and we're all good to go. Okay, so just like that, we now launch the last of the beds down, and oh no, she still has the tiniest bit of health left. Darn. You know, that is pretty tragic, isn't it? But did we do it in under an hour? Technically, if you count going to the end as defeating the game, yes, we did. And if you don't count that as defeating the game, then... oh no. Okay, look at this. There we go, the dragon is dead. In an hour, I mean, if we round to the nearest hour, technically speaking, I mean, oh no, no, let me into the portal. As long as you die in the portal, you beat the game. I don't think we died in the portal though. Did we really not? I don't think we did. No, we have to go back. We have to walk all the way to our portal if we want to beat the game. You know, sometimes you have to do these things. I made a joke in this run about going to sleep because of how useful it is for preventing all sorts of things. But I genuinely do think if I just had a bed nearby that I could respawn at that wasn't destroyed, that would help me out so much. Do you know what's funny? All of my stuff actually went through the end portal. Or at least some of it did. Even though I didn't beat the game, my iron sword, my iron boots, and my iron leggings did. Okay, for my comment about the rounding error to be true, I need to beat Minecraft in the next 2 minutes. This might be the longest anyone's gone between killing the dragon and having the end credits roll. But I'm down with that. But seriously, we do need to get back into the end ASAP. Straight into that end portal, straight to the end credits. So I can argue on a technicality, we beat Minecraft in less than an hour. That's all I need right now. To avoid another nasty trip in the staircase down, we craft a bucket, use the bucket so we can guarantee there's water to fall into, no full damage required. Same thing over here, fall into the water. 50 seconds to go, really gotta hurry here. This is getting real intense right now, you gotta up the intense music. Can we do it? Can we beat Minecraft by speed walking it in an hour if you round down to the nearest hour. I still don't know, and we're this close to the portal. Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can. 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 56 seconds. What do you get if you round that to the closest hour? That's an hour right there. Did we beat Minecraft by speed walking in an hour? By technicality, I think you'll find yes. That was the dumbest run. The fact that we died 4 times and the lava strategy didn't work correctly because I took too long trying to explain it, and I had to walk from spawn every time. The fact that you can even round that to an hour shows that if I can do this, then why can't you? If I can beat Minecraft in 90 minutes, speed walking with 4 deaths, then I think it's worth giving it a whirl, because it's not always going to go perfect. You're not always going to get a great seed, but you might just get an okay seed. You might just get an opportunity, and maybe that's what it's all about. I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope it was useful in some way. And if you want to see more dumb speedruns and challenges, you better believe that you can find that on this channel by hitting the subscribe button, like 27% of you already have. Yeah, I'm doing that now, using statistics to make you think that you should. Wow, I hear 73% of you aren't subscribed. Maybe you should join that club. You know, that'd give you more access to earlier videos and being able to see stuff like this before anyone else. Wouldn't you like that? I bet you would. Subscribe. It's good for you. It's actually good for me. You know, let's be honest here. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.